Hi everyone, it's me Nikita again. And for those of y'all who do not know me, I work as a band 6 physiotherapist in the NHS in London, UK. And today's video is going to be all about identifying which jobs you should apply for on the NHS jobs website. So if this is of interest to you, please keep watching. So we are back again on the NHS jobs website, and in the last video we spoke about how we created a profile, but in today's video we're actually going to search for jobs. So once you've clicked on search jobs, this is the web page that will be opened. Now, if for example, you are searching for a physiotherapist job, you can obviously write physiotherapist as your keyword. You can again put in the location based on where you would like to work. Say, for example, London or Wales or wherever else. You can put in the minimum and the maximum salary. Now, because I was not keen on working in a particular location since this was my first job in the NHS, I just left all of these sections blank, and then you can hit on search. Now, obviously, once you've come to search, you will see that there are 1,537 jobs open for physiotherapists at the minute. But again, these are spread across several bands of physiotherapy. So for those of you who are not aware of what are the different bands of physiotherapy and what are the pay scales, I will link my video above right now in which I explain them. But moving on with today's video, as you can see over here, this says this job is fixed term. So fixed term means that the job is only open for say 5 to 9 months or maybe even 12 months. And so this job may not really offer you a visa to work in the UK, that is a tier 2 visa. Now this job here says it's a permanent role. So a permanent role will definitely, the HR may try to provide you with a visa to work as a physiotherapist in the UK. And these are the jobs that you would want to apply for, especially if you're looking for your tier 2 visa or your skilled worker visa. So how do we narrow it down further to identify what jobs are for us? So if you are applying in the UK for the first time, and if you have less than 2 years of experience, you may want to try and click on band 5 roles. But if you have more than 2 years of experience working elsewhere, and if you feel you are confident enough to practice as a band 6 physiotherapist in the UK, you can go ahead and take band 6. But for today's video, I'm just going to take band 5. Now again, like I said, there are different job types over here. So the permanent job type is obviously the job that is there with you or is going to be there with you for a long time. The fixed term roles are simply jobs that work for about 9 to 12 months. And then you have the bank roles. Now these are almost similar to locum, where you get paid by the hour. So you do not have a monthly salary or an annual salary, but you are paid based on the number of hours that you work. And then you have some training roles and some secondment opportunities. So secondment opportunities mean that if someone has moved out of the trust or if they've moved to another position, you can temporarily fill that position for some time. So for today's video, we're again going to focus on jobs that are permanent in nature and that are full-time. So like I explained earlier, you can obviously work for different types of jobs: full-time, part-time, flexible, compressed hours, term time hours. So term time hours are basically for those jobs which therapists work only during term time. For example, during school working days. So these may not be there during school half time or school holidays such as summer holidays. So we're going to apply these filters now. And as you can see, out of the 1,000 jobs, there are only 170 jobs left for us based on our filtered application. So now again, you can see that some jobs such as staff nurse still appear. So again, these are jobs that we cannot apply for if we are applying for physiotherapy jobs. So let's just choose this job, for example. What I would do is then open this job in a new window, just so that we can see the job. And then you can click on continue. And it takes you to the new jobs website page. So here there are a couple of key points that you need to remember for this job application. The closing date of the job is 30th of December 2021. So this is the last date until which the job is going to accept applications. Here you have the contact number and name for the person who is conducting or coordinating the interviews. Here you have some main responsibilities. This is a little brief about what is the NHS Trust going to be about. Again, another important part over here is that there is a salary that is provided for you. The contract type is permanent, it's a full-time job, and this is the area or this is the location. Now, if you are confused about this location, do not worry, because I was very confused about it as well. So what you can do is simply just go into Google or Google Maps and put in this area and see where this really falls. Now, I'm not even sure whether this falls in London or not. So you will definitely have to check where is this area and location that you are applying for a job. But if this is your first job in the NHS, I would suggest that you go ahead and give the interview wherever it is, because it depends on the interviewer whether you get the job or no, but it will just build up your interview experience. So moving ahead, you now have a list of job description, duties, and responsibilities that you have. But what I would suggest is you download these few documents over here, because these are really important. The first is your trust profile. I'm just going to open them up. And then you have your job description, or a JD as it is called over here. So the job description is one of the most important documents that you will see while you apply to jobs in the NHS. So when you think about the job description, obviously what's the most important is the area of work. So this will be the primary place where you will be working. So for example, in this job, it is the community learning disability team. And what would be a job summary is to assess, provide, and recommend interventions to meet the physiotherapy needs for adults learning disability and with complex health issues. Now, obviously, if you are someone who works in a more MSK setup, or if you are someone who's working with more cardiorespiratory patients and you feel that this is not the job for you, you can obviously just cancel all of this and try and go to apply for the next job. But for example, if you are someone who's really passionate about this field and you would want to apply for this job, let's try reading further and seeing if this job is really meant for you. Another important part of working in the UK is that you get to liaison with a lot of other healthcare professionals. That is, you work with a lot of other healthcare professionals as a team. So, for example, you will get to work with a full MDT, that is a multidisciplinary team. You will get to work with the community care team members, the GPs, hospital staff, consultants, social services as a part of this job. So moving on to the key responsibilities. Now, what I would like you all to do is, as you all start reading these key responsibilities section, please highlight areas that you have demonstrated or you have had previous experience in. For example, if you have been someone who has been accountable and responsible for all aspects of their own work in the past, then obviously highlight this section, because this is something that you have done well. And again, for any part of the clinical responsibilities that you have done well, just keep on highlighting it. So again, your key responsibilities can again be administrative or clerical, communication based, managerial based, training and education based, research based, professional responsibility, general responsibility. So reading all of this basically helps you prepare for any kind of interview questions that you may encounter in the next stages. So once you submit your application for the NHS job, and if the interviewer feels that you have demonstrated good understanding, or if they want to invite you for an interview, they may ask you questions based on these key responsibilities. So that's why always read these key responsibilities in detail. Another important document is the trust profile. Now, obviously, as you can see, this is the trust profile for this particular trust. But when you apply for different jobs, each job will have a different trust profile. That is, they will have different trust values and objectives. But whenever you want applying for a job, I would suggest that you read more about their values and their objectives, since this will help you prepare for more interview questions from the interviewer panel. For example, someone from this interview panel may ask you, please tell us how you have demonstrated good communication, commitment, and compassion in the last job or during your internship. And that's when you will be able to answer their question more easily, because you have read all of this and you are able to now understand the question more better.
Now, that was it for today. And if you like the content shared in this video, please do not forget to hit the like button for this video. Share any thoughts or questions that you may have in the comment section below. And if you like this content and would like similar content related to life in the UK, practicing as a healthcare professional, getting your first NHS job, or even getting your work visa, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, you all. Bye bye.